colossal statue standing high, a golden image leading men. Music plays and people bow, made to worship here and now. But three boys stood, they would not bow before the image or the crown. They would not trade their God for gold or break the truth their hearts did hold. The king burned hot with wounded pride. His fury rose, his voice replied, "Bow now, or face the killing flames." We will not bow, we will not bend. Our God will save us in the end. But even if he doesn't, even if he won't, even if the fire consumes our every hope, we will not bow, we will not break. Our God will never us forsake. Bound in chains, heat at our skin, our fear was swallowed by the flames within. The heat was gone, light was bright, consuming fire was in our sight. There was another standing there, our God above had heard our prayer. We did not bow, we did not bend, and God did save us in the end. If God saved them, then why not me? I will not bow to fear or flame. I will not trade your holy name. When silence feels safer than truth, when standing means I stand aloof, I will not bow, I will not bend. My God will save me in the end. But even if he doesn't, even if he won't, even if fire consumes my every hope, I will not bow, I will not break. My God will never forsake. I will stand when others falter. I will stand when kingdoms fall. My worship is an outcome, it's what sees me through it all. I remember the hands that pulled me down, dust in my mouth, no mercy found. Voices I knew turned hard as stone, left me in darkness, left me alone. The coat Father gave me, torn from my skin, a sign of his favor they wouldn't let live. Chains on my wrists, iron and years, echoes of sorrow questions and tears, dreams that felt distant, buried below. In Pharaoh's prison I came to know they meant it for breaking, tearing apart. But God was shaping this servant's heart. What they unraveled with wounded eyes, He lifted into the place I'd rise. The famine and favor, both by design. Mercy was hidden between the lines. The very same moment two meanings stood. What they meant for evil, God made it for good. The prison and throne with threads in His loom, a life being stitched inside the wound. Same pain, same past, same story told in God's hands. It turned into gold. The garment they took was never the call. The purpose remained through the rise and the fall. Good and evil don't live on their own. They bend to the will of God's holy throne. Out of alignment wounds run deep, but brought to His purpose the harvest is sweet. The very betrayal that shattered my heart united my family and made a new start. They meant to forsake me, to tear me apart, but God was creating a greater heart. What they undid in blindness and pain, God gathered and built it again. Now here I stand with open hands, life for my family, life for this land. The very same story now understood. What they meant for evil, God made it for good. I walked into the valley wide, with just a stone and God beside. The giant spoke with fearful sound. I felt I stood on holy ground. My trembling heart beat strong and clear, yet God was greater than my fear. He was my strength, my shield, my song. His faithful word led me along. Oh, holy God, enthroned above, look down in mercy, power, and love. Defend your own, the weak and small, and by your might I swung the sling with prayerful hand and trusted God's divine command. It struck the giant fierce and tall, for God was Lord and Judge of all. The glory of that fateful day, when fear itself was swept away. Oh, praise the Lord, the battle's won, the victory came from God's little Son. No sword of man, no shield, no spear can stand when God Himself is near. Men's hearts were changed in that hour, because I walked through mortal fear and found the strength of God was real. Then all my soul with thanks did rise. Oh, holy God, all praise to Thee, whose hand has won the victory. You heard the weak, You saved Your own, and cast the haughty from their throne. Oh, holy God, all praise to Thee, whose hand has won the victory. Oh, holy God, all praise to Thee, whose hand has won the victory. All praise to Thee, whose hand has won.
I fed my flame in the quiet place, and I came to know Your hidden face. I heard Your voice in quiet nights, a steady glow, a faithful light. I filled my vessel, every drop I saved. Within my soul You are engraved, and now I stand with a watchful heart, ready to greet You in the dark. But the hours feel longer than I believed, and a whisper speaks, He will come for me. My lamp alive with a holy flame that shines so bright, it bears Your name. There is peace in waiting here, even with a trace of fear. But hope rises up like the morning sun, whispering, child, all is done. Then I hear late in the night a voice like thunder. My heart takes flight. The bridegroom comes, and all can hear. My heart awakens, my feet take flight, carried by love's holy light. With lamp ablaze, our hearts are one, drawn to be with the Holy Son. Now I see the wedding light, all of my waiting made alive. Joy is swept away. My lamp's alive with hoary flame. It shines so bright, it bears your name. There is peace in being here. There's peace in being here. I had a flame, I thought it bright. I let it fade into the night. I watched the hours slip away, trusting others to light my way. I chose comfort over call, ignored the warnings, ignored it all. I thought my lamp would last all night, a thoughtful, steady, burning light. I let my flame grow weak and cold, thought there'd be more warmth to hold. The doors are closed, the feast has gone. I stand outside, too late, alone. I spend my time on lesser things, neglecting what true faith can bring. I planned on someone else to guide. The bridegroom came, I was denied. I should have kept my lamp alive. I should have stayed, I should have tried. But now my hands are empty, dry. I watch the feast go passing by. I let my flame grow weak and cold. I thought there'd be more warmth to hold. The doors are closed, the feast has gone. I stand outside, too late, alone. Don't let your lamp grow dim or cold. Prepare your soul, for you were told. Keep your fire bright and oil in store, for there will be a closing door. The night is long, the hours fly by, and it will be too late to try.
I split the wood before the dawn. My hands know what must be done. fire is cold, the knife is clean. There is pain in my heart unseen. He walks beside me, trusting me. My promised son, my answered prayer, and every step toward Moriah. I know despair is waiting there. Lord, I know your voice too well to say I did not hear. But obedience can feel like breaking when the cost is what you hold most dear. I do not understand your purpose. I only know that you have spoken. I remember when I was young, when death once reached for me. The terrors weighed inside my chest. An angel came and I was saved, and I have never been the same. I don't climb because I want this. I don't rise because I'm strong. I climb because the God who called me is leading me along. So if you ask for what you gave me, I will place him in your hand. You are God and I am dust. The covenant will carry me. Obedience is sometimes walking where only faith can stand. Each step I take is heavy, each breath a silent prayer. Yet if the promise rests in Isaac, then even death must bow to leave. I do not know why you ask it. I only know your word is true. I do not climb because I ought this. I do not rise because I'm strong. I climb because the God who called me is leading me
When the nations gather heavy, when the saints are bound with chains, when the pride of kings and tyrants fills the earth with fear and blame, there will rise a sound beneath us like a heartbeat in the clay. I am speaking of the record, hear the witness of our day. Whispers from the dust, children rise again. Whispers from the dust, walk the covenant. sacrifice you've made. From a holy hidden place comes a fire to the faithful heart. Whispers from the dust, calling Zion to start. We were gathered from out of Babylon. We were strangers become kin. One in hope and labor, one in heart, not sin. So the fathers speak their warning to the children of the Lord. Know the weight of what you promise. Let your yes be truly deed, not an empty word. Whispers from the dust, children rise again. Whispers from the dust, walk the covenants you made. From a holy hidden place comes a fire to faithful hearts. Whispers from the dust, calling Zion to start. If we turn our faces hardened, if we close our ears in pride, will the Lord delay His judgment when the plea for mercy cries? For the hour will be ending and the pleading turn to flame, and the dust will cry condemning, you were told you are to blame. Yet the pure in heart shall gather in the hills where peace is born. They shall lay aside all weapons, they shall lift no sword to war. And a city built for refuge, bright upon the plain. For the dust has sung its warning, and the hearts of saints remain. Whispers from the dust, children rise again. Whispers from the dust, walk the covenants you've made. From the everlasting hills shines a light no night can part. Whispers from the dust, calling Zion one in heart. Listen, children of the promise, heaven speaks to you from dust. 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 I walk the roads at break of dawn, where living seeds were planted strong. But thorns had crept between the lines and tangled up the tender vines. Voices harsh as desert wind, saints who wounded more than healed. Pride like weeds in sacred soil choke the beauty of the field. And I cry, Lord, why let this be? Why grow weak with such as these? He said, child, don't lose heart. Roots are formed where trials start. I saw the tares stand tall with pride, mocking weed on every side. Leaders stumble, justice bent, truth misused, good hearts misspent. Neighbors turn their backs in blame. Persecution spoke my name, and the heat of human fire tested every pure desire. Whispers came, just walk away. Leave the field, don't choose to stay. But the Spirit spoke instead. Life is in the roots you fed. So I'll stay among because of wounded rose. When the sun of trial beats down, scorching faith or baking ground, I will send my roots down deep, where your living waters keep. Let the harvest angels come, let them separate each one. I'll guard the seed in me, feed it truth and mercy stream. For the wheat that chooses light will be gathered robed in white. I'll stand among the wheat and tares, trusting heaven sees and cares. I won't trade eternal ground for the hurt that grows around. When the reaping day appears and the sickle clears the years, may he find my roots held fast, faithful seed that chose to last. May he find my roots held fast, faithful seed that chose to last. Ooh.